Religion remains one of the most influential forces shaping social values and gender relations in Nigeria. As a deeply religious society, where Christianity, Islam, and traditional belief systems coexist, religious teachings significantly affect how women's rights are understood, protected, or constrained. While religion has provided moral guidance, social support, and advocacy platforms for women, it has also, in some cases, reinforced patriarchal norms that limit gender equality. Historically, Nigeria's religious landscape evolved alongside colonial and pre-colonial structures. These belief systems developed within societies that largely prioritized male authority, and over time, religious interpretations often absorbed existing cultural hierarchies that placed women in subordinate roles. In many contexts, such as Nigeria, culture is often conflated with religion to deny women property rights, despite, as noted in studies, religious texts in both Islam and Christianity not explicitly forbidding women from owning or inheriting property. Discrimination frequently results of cultural, not theological, biases. Despite these challenges, religion has also played a constructive role in advancing women's welfare. Faith-based organizations across Nigeria are major providers of education, healthcare, and social services. Christian mission schools historically increased girls' access to formal education, while Muslim women's organizations today contribute to literacy, maternal health awareness, and poverty alleviation. A 2024 study highlighted how Muslim women's groups support progress towards sustainable development goals by improving community development and women's participation in economic life. Religious institutions also offer social protection, particularly in times of crisis. In recent years, some religious leaders have publicly spoken against harmful practices, including gender-based violence and unsafe reproductive health customs. For instance, Nigerian faith leaders have increasingly joined campaigns addressing maternal mortality and child marriage. However, religion has also been linked to practices that undermine women's rights. Studies indicate that religious and cultural beliefs are sometimes used to justify domestic violence, discourage divorce, and even in abusive marriages, and reinforce male dominance within households. Research in domestic violence in Nigeria shows that some women remain in abusive relationships due to religious pressure, emphasizing submission and family preservation. Early marriage represents another area of concern. According to data published in BMC Public Health, girls associated with Muslim and traditional belief systems in Nigeria face a higher risk of child marriage compared to their Christian counterparts, largely due to entrenched social norms rather than explicit religious mandates. Similarly, harmful practices such as female genital mutilation persist in some regions under the mistaken belief that they are religious obligations, despite clear evidence that such practices predate both Islam and Christianity. A 2024 United Nations Interagency Task Force report highlights the misuse of religious arguments to justify anti-child rights positions, such as female genital mutilation, with efforts underway to engage faith leaders to counter these claims. Defenders of religious traditions argue that faith itself is not the root cause of gender inequality. They maintain that misinterpretation and cultural distortion of religious texts are responsible for harmful practices. Proponents highlight that both Christianity and Islam contain principles supporting women's dignity, inheritance rights, education, and moral worth. They cite early Islamic provisions for women's financial independence and Christian teachings on mutual respect within marriage as evidence that religion can promote rather than hinder women's rights. Critics counter that without progressive interpretation and strong legal frameworks, religious authority can continue to legitimize inequality. They call for clearer separation between cultural customs and religious doctrines, alongside stronger enforcement of Nigeria's gender protection laws. As Nigeria continues its struggle toward gender equality, religion will remain a powerful influence. Harnessing its positive potential while challenging harmful interpretations will be essential. Encouraging inclusive religious dialogue, empowering women within faith institutions, and aligning religious values with constitutional rights may offer a balanced path toward protecting women's rights in a religiously diverse society. This is Messi Kilani reporting for Ask Nigeria.